Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. My audio and the video are also like okay. And if everyone is able to see me as well as hear me properly, do let me know in the live chat so that I'm able to understand if everything is working fine or not. Otherwise, as well, do let me know so that we can get started with today's lesson right away. Okay, we'll be waiting for 5 more minutes so that everyone can join, as we are able to see that only 400 people are there right now. There's some problem. Okay, so we'll just wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll get started right away. Okay, yeah, everything is fine. That's great. That's great. I hope that everyone is able to hear me as well as see me properly. Okay, we'll just wait for 5 more minutes, guys, so that everyone is able to join right now, and then we'll get started right away. Okay. Up till that particular point of time, if someone has any questions or queries, do let me know. Uh, okay. Okay, so for those who want to study, they can come and study right over here. For those who don't want to study, can remain at home and chill. There's no issues with that. Okay, we'll just wait for 5 more minutes, guys, so that everyone is able to join, and then we'll get started right away. Okay. Ritika has asked a good question. You said that the data analyst package goes up to 70 lakhs for Google and for other MNCs as well. First of all, never said 70 lakhs, but for Google, it shows the package is only 5 to 6 lakhs. Usually, the package for a data analyst is in between, for a good company, for a good MNC, it is in between 18 to 20 lakhs, 23 lakhs for a fresher. Okay, I'm talking about a fresher. Whereas in the case of startups, when you're going to a startup, like for example, if ShapeAI was a startup and you're coming to ShapeAI to work for, the salary that we provide for a data analyst is between 10 to 11 lakhs itself. Okay, and when you go to a smaller startup than ShapeAI, then you will get like 5 to 6. So that's totally up to you where you are going. If you're going and working at a very small shop, you will get paid less, and if you are going to work at a 5-star hotel as a chef, you will be paid more. That's the clear indication. Okay, yeah. uh, okay, great. Difference between data science and data analytics. See, it's very easy to understand. Data science is like the science behind data. Okay, in the name itself, we are able to understand. So how does the data function? Like, where can we find data? How can we manipulate data? How can we analyze data? So data analysis is a subpart for data science. So for example, data science is physics. Okay, now you can utilize physics for like making optical illusions. You can utilize physics for nuclear chemistry. You can utilize physics for doing like mechanical stuff and all those kind of stuff. So you can understand data science as physics, the broad subject itself, whereas data analysis is one of the subtopics, one of the subfields. For example, like mechanical is a subfield of physics itself. Okay. Sorry, but I do not teach for civil service examination. My specialty is basically web development as well as data science. So these are the two fields that I excel in, and that is the only fields I will be able to teach properly as well. Okay. Game development in India. Currently, game development is getting a boost all over the world, but for India, it will take at least 4 years more to get a good, to get any package in game development basically. Okay, so wait a second, I will show you guys something very special. So our batch 1, so we take up these industrial training and internships. I will let you guys know more about it in today's session itself. So our batch 1 graduates just passed in the previous 2 months itself, and we just took 30 people in batch 1, and out of those 30 people, 28 of them have got placed into various different companies. I'm so proud to let you guys know that these people have cracked so many companies. Like for example, Shubham Kumar, he has cracked Goldman Sachs. So he was helped by Rahul Halalka and he cracked Goldman Sachs. Rahul Halalka is our instructor at ShapeAI. Devesh Vishwakarma, he cracked Reliance. Abhishek Kumar, he cracked Barclays. So he was from chemical itself. He was not even from CSE. Bhavya Kala cracked Microsoft. Ajit Garg cracked Wells Fargo. Atulya Arya cracked Goldman Sachs. Abhay Patro cracked Wells Fargo. Avinish Kumar cracked Goldman Sachs. Rahul Loya cracked Walmart. Vikas Kumar from Civil cracked ZS Associate. Now Atulya Arya is basically from Triple E. Okay, she is not from CSE. She's from Triple E and she cracked Goldman Sachs as a data analyst. Then you are having Mahi Patel from Deutsche Bank. So she is from IET, like it's information technology and ECE mixed. Then Harsh Mittal cracked SourceFuge and he's from Civil, I guess. Then you have Sahil Garg from Nutanix, so he's from Triple E. Ashish Modi, he joined ShapeAI itself. He was in the first year, so he joined ShapeAI itself and now he's working at ShapeAI as an intern. So that is the, like, all the people, like, we are continuously upgrading it because one of the students got placed in Sony as a research data analyst research intern as well. And the average, so all these people got placed as an intern. Abhishek Kumar and one more person, so I don't remember. Okay, so Abhishek Kumar got placed, like he got a job. All the other students have got internships at these companies, and the average package that was offered, so the lowest was offered to, like you guessed, Ashish Modi, because he was from the first year itself. He was offered 35,000 rupees per month by ShapeAI, and the highest was offered to all the people who got themselves placed at Goldman Sachs. So Goldman Sachs is basically giving them 1 lakh something per month as an intern. And then you are having your, like, Microsoft. So Microsoft is currently paying 85,000 per month, and Walmart is then paying 75,000 per month. So these are the results that we were able to bring in from the first batch itself. So I'm really proud of them, and it's going on so great. All of these are from tier 2, tier 3 colleges itself. None of them are from tier 1, tier 2. So this is also something I really take proud in, and I would love to show this results to you as well. You can go on our website shapeai.tech and check these graduates out. I'm really proud of them that they have able to do so, and that's that's something that I wanted to share with you guys as well. I think so. Not a lot of students are joining today. I don't know why. We will wait for 5 more minutes so that we are able to see if some more people are going to join or not. Okay. Okay, so let's get started with today's lesson itself. In the middle, we will take a 5 minutes break and we'll continue it from there. I don't know why many people have not joined up till this particular point of time. Let's get started right away. Okay, I will just open up the link in a new tab so that we are able to start. Okay, so the link to the notebook that we are going to use has been changed for today. If you are able to open this up, you will be able to see that a new link is being opened up. We'll be utilizing this particular link to continue further, and as you are able to see, this is the new data visualization part 1 notebook that we are going to use. So just the process remains the same. Open up collab.research.google.com, okay, that we are being using up till this particular point of time. Just copy the URL that you had opened up in the new browser, go to GitHub, select GitHub right over here, paste the URL in the like text field that is available right over here and click on search. It will open up that particular notebook in your like collab instance, and just click on connect on the right hand side so that you are like being allocated a resource in the collab section, and then we can continue it from there. Okay, how to join the Shape AI batches? Sure man, Ashish, we will be discussing about it in the middle of the entire lesson. Let's focus upon data visualization right now, because I know that many students have come up for learning data visualization itself. So we'll focus upon learning the most basic stuffs right now, and then when we will take a 5 minutes break, I will just discuss about everything. Will that be fine with everyone? Okay. Okay. Yes, you can join the data analyst training and internship. So we basically have an industrial training and internship program in which we train the students in the necessary skills, as well as like we help them get internships as well. Of course, the entire program itself is an internship with almost 30 plus projects that you will be doing, and it's a 2.5 month long process. Like it's a 2.5 month long entire dedicated stuff where you will be learning every single thing from data structures and algorithms to C++ to Python to machine learning, data science, data analytics, and so much more. This time we have even included some other like resources as well that we'll be providing to those guys who will be enrolling, where you will be having more than 4 different capstone projects. So there is so much to learn. I will discuss about it in the future as well. And like just let's start with data visualization, because I don't know why many people have not joined up till this particular point of time. Okay, so why learn data visualization? Of course, that's the main question. Like, so like why not directly machine learning or directly deep learning or something like that? Like these are the big words that you hear around the daily basis. But as a data analyst, I can really tell you guys that machine learning and deep learning is just 10% of the entire work that I do on a daily basis. It's much more related to data analysis, creating reports, creating like multiple things. Even data scientists, they usually do not work on a model. They usually work on creating reports, creating 2 to 3 different kinds of reports. Because for example, my senior at here at Geo is basically creating reports, business reports. So he has to create one business report for the chairman, that is Mukesh Ambani. Then he has to create one business report for the board of directors. He has to create reports for the customers, that is the shareholders as well. Every single person needs to be accounted for, because what is important for the board of directors will be very different from what is important for the chairperson. What is important for the chairperson will be very different from the stakeholders. What is being delivered to the employees is very different from what is delivered to the shareholders. To have that analysis done according to the people present at different places is something that is the job of a data analyst. And when you are able to do this job properly, when you are able to do the every single thing properly, after that you are given a promotion sometimes to the position of a data scientist. So this is the entire journey. So you have to start as a data analyst itself. So let us continue from right over here. So why learn data visualization? If you work with data, whether it be through business, machine learning, artificial intelligence, you are going to want to know how to put data visualizations together. So like I said, you need to create reports, and the best way to create report is to provide visualizations, because any data represented visually is something that is very important to you. Okay, so any data that is given to you visually is something that you would like to share with everyone, that is easily perceptible with everyone. Everyone is able to understand the data appropriately, and that is your final aim. Okay, so visualizations serve major 2 purposes in the data analysis process. So basically data visualization is a part of data analysis itself. Okay, So first of all, visualizations can be used during your initial data exploration. So whenever you get a data, you need to understand the data. You yourself need to understand the data first, that what is the data for, what is the structure of the data, is the data clean or not, how can I predict something from this data, what should be predicted from that particular data, because the data comes up in a raw format, it has not been processed. You are just getting ore from the entire mining industry. You need to process it, you need to clean it, you need to put up some like slurry and everything to create the final gold that you will extract from the ore. In this particular case, the raw data is basically the ore that you get from data mining. When you have got the ore, that is the raw data, you will pre-process it. You will try to analyze that particular ore, how much concentrated data is present, which type of data is something that can be used by you, how should it be processed further. Then you will start to apply some predictions on it using machine learning and AI based technologies. That these are different models that you will be creating so that you are able to analyze the cleaned data further. And once you have extracted some useful knowledge from the data, then you are able to go and show it to someone else using reports, using visualizations. So you are using visualizations at two steps. One, when you are trying to understand the data itself, when you are using it for yourself, these visualizations are something that helps you to understand the data. Whereas at the last stage, when you are creating reports, these visualizations need to be more visually appealing so that people are easily able to understand them by just seeing these visualizations. There are many color patterns that you need to keep in mind, because like that also demarcates a lot of different visual aspects when people are seeing how your report is made. So these visualization techniques come at two ends of the entire process. Okay. So visualization can reveal the patterns that in the data that statistics alone may not provide. So usually you either use statistics and visualizations, the combination of both, to get information from the data for yourself, to understand the data further. These can also provide an intuition about the structure of your data, like how is the data structured properly. That is also something that you can learn from the entire visualizations. In addition to answering your research questions, so for example, when you get the data, so I know that this data has come from Twitter, so you will first frame your hypothesis like questions. For example, like what is the entire scenario like for Dogecoin. Okay, like it is coming up a lot in your news feed. You want to understand if the trend between the people, if everyone is feeling positive about buying Dogecoin or not. And that if everyone is feeling positive, then you will also buy Dogecoin, because the prices of Dogecoin is going to go up. So in this particular case, you can analyze the Twitter sentiments to predict if Dogecoin is going to go up or down, and hence earn a lot of money. So this is how the entire thing works. You can use visualizations, a visual graph representing like what is the current trend and how will it go further. You will use prediction to predict in the graph itself. So in this particular way, you are able to visually see that, okay, according to the current graph, this is the scenario for the entire thing, and in the future, according to this graph, it may go up or it may go down. So both of the things you are able to see, and then you are investing your money to buy Dogecoin. Okay. So moving further, so you have some questions. So these questions that you create further, you can use these visualizations to answer those questions inherently. Okay. So secondly, visualizations can help you cover your insights, convey your insights to others through explanatory plots. Like I said, in the end of the entire report making process, you want to convey your insights, what information, what knowledge you have gained from the data. You want to convey that to the people who are going to use your report making, use your reports and understand them, and then proceed further. So this is also something where the entire, like in the initial phase, the visualization that you were creating was just for you. It didn't needed to be looking beautiful. It didn't need to be look like, okay, it's so easy to understand, because it was you who had to understand and nobody else. when you're making a report, more than tens and thousands of people who are not on the same level as you have to understand these reports. So these reports needed to be simplified. So which colors need to be used, which if you want to highlight a particular like part of the entire plot, what should be used, what should be the title of the plot, what should be the labels of the plot, what is every single thing that you have used in the plot, legends needs to be created. So all these things need to be like the entire beautification of the entire visualization needs to be kept in your mind. Okay, by generating new visualizations or polishing and refining the plots created during the exploration, you can more easily show others what you found in the analysis. Like I said, to enhance the entire visualizations, it will become easier for you to show it to somebody that what information you have gained from this particular exploration. Okay, a good visualization can communicate your findings quickly and successfully. Okay, so a good visualization can always communicate your findings very quickly and successfully. This is something that you always need to remember. This is something that when you will join as a company as a data analyst, most probably in the orientation this particular line will be used, because in my orientation this line had been used and I was like, I need to put it in the notebook itself. Okay, so yeah, this is something that is very important for you to understand. Moving further, what is tidy data? Okay, usually when you get the data, it is not usually, okay, I will just tell you the truth. When you are going to work at a particular company, the data that you will be getting would most probably be dirty data. Okay, that is, it is unorganized, there is no organization in the data, there are many blank spaces in the data, many values are missing in the data, there is so much inaccuracies in the data, there is just so, like, it's dirty data. We call it dirty data, and you need to make it tidy data. You may need to make it a clean data. Okay, so this is also something that you need to understand. Now there are two things. One is unorganized data, which you get converts into tidy data, and the second one is dirty data, which you then pre-process and to create the clean data. So let us try to understand this. Just wait for a second. I will just put out my tablet. Okay, I will just delete it. So there are two aspects for data that we need to understand. Okay, so the first, okay, I'm holding the pen in the wrong direction. Okay, so the first direction that we need to understand is dirty data. So what does dirty data mean? Dirty data means that it has many inaccuracies. Okay, it has many inaccuracies. There are many missing values. There are many missing values. Then there are, like, for example, just like the data has not been either recorded properly or stored properly. Okay, that is called as a dirty data. Okay, that has not been processed. Basically, you can understand this as the mineral ore. Okay, try to understand it as the mineral ore itself. Okay, when you mine something, the ore, the crude that you are able to get from the ore, that is the dirty data. Okay, now this dirty data needs to be converted into clean data with no inaccuracies, no missing values. Everything about this data is pitch perfect. This is the gold that you are able to get from the mineral ore. This is the gold. Okay, do not consider it as the gold itself, like the pure 99.99% gold, but think of it as like almost pure gold itself, like 24 karat gold itself. Okay, now from this particular data, you will be applying your statistics or like machine learning to predict some knowledge. Okay, so you get the knowledge out of the clean data, which is your jewelry. Okay, which is your jewelry. Okay, so the knowledge is basically the jewelry that you are able to make. So this is the concept of dirty data to clean data and getting the knowledge from it. Now this dirty data itself and this clean data itself needs to be in an organized tabular fashion. That is called as a tidy data. Okay, that we are going to learn right now, because tidy data is basically the foundations upon which the data, dirty data and the clean data are being made. So all this data that you saw right over here needs to be tidy. needs to be tidy. So let us try to understand what does tidy data mean. Okay, usually it is expected that a data is organized in some kind of tidy format. In short, a tidy data set is a tabular data set. So in you must have you must have seen Excel sheets. Okay, so you have seen Excel sheets in the past as well. So those Excel sheets, you have a particular column, okay, where like all the names of the columns have been put up, and you are having your rows. For example, in the numbers column, you are having just integers. In the roll number column, you are again having some like common character and integer format. Then you are having the name of the particular person, so you are only having strings, and so on and so forth. So think of that in the similar way itself. So each variable is a column. So how can we define if a particular data set given to us is in tidy format or not? So each variable is a column. Okay, so you are having your patient ID, so it's in only in one particular column itself. You are having your name, so names are in one particular column. You are having your age, so age in one particular column. So patients table, so this patients table right over here is in tidy format. Okay, so it means one of the particular conditions have been fulfilled, that each variable is in a row. Second, let's see at the treatments. You are able to see that patient's ID is in one particular format column, drug is in one particular column, dose is in one particular column. So treatments also fulfills that each variable is in a column. Okay, then each observation is a row. So for example, the patient ID 101, as you are able to see, his name is Joan Perez and his age is 26. Okay, so the name, patient ID and age of every patient is in a single column itself. Each column in the entire table represents one patient and its data. Okay, so patients has every row as one observation. Okay, then in treatments as well, as you are able to see, so patient ID 101 got the drug A and a dose of 60. So as you are able to see from right over here, that each variable forms a column that we have seen right over here, and each observation forms a row. So we have cleared two particular things, and the last is each type of observational unit is a table. Okay, so as you are able to see that each, so patients are being represented in one particular table itself, and treatments are being, so which patient got which particular dose and how much amount of dose is being represented in one particular table itself. So each observational unit forms a table. So we have cleared all the three requirements, and hence patients as well as treatments together form tidy data, because this data is tidy in nature. Okay, the next image depicts the same data but one representation of a non-tidy format. Okay, so let us see right over here. What is happening is each variable forms a column. Okay, so you are having your patient ID, you are having your name, you are having your age, you are having your drug A, drug B, drug C. Now what is happening right over here, instead of like having the entire like drug, so how much drug has been given to each particular person, you're not having a proper like point at any point of time. Okay, the only like thing that is being covered right over here is each observation forms a row. So each row has the information stored about that particular person, his age, his patient ID, and how much drug was given to him. The other two information are not being fulfilled right away. This observational unit does not tell me the information about the patients entirely. It does not tell me like which patient got which particular how much amount of dose properly. It needed to be separate, whereas each observation forms a row, of course. So which patient got which particular drug has been provided to us, whereas each variable forms a column. So you are having your drug A 60 dash dash. You are not having all the things should have been in a proper row itself. It shouldn't have been in three different rows. Hence this is untidy data. Okay, I hope that while the data being provided to you in this course will be tidy, in practice you may need to perform some like tidying work. This is called as pre-processing the data before exploration. You should be comfortable with reshaping your data, performing transformations to split or combine features in your data, resulting in new columns. So this is called as data wrangling. Okay, this entire thing, like to split the data into two tables, to like combine data together to form a single row or a single column. This all things are called as data wrangling. Those people will be joining the industrial training and internship. We will be discussing about, like, it takes almost 1 to 2 weeks to just discuss about data wrangling techniques itself, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, moving further, the 4 levels of measurement. So I hope that everyone is able to understand up till this particular point of time. I hope that everyone is able to understand up till this particular point of time. If someone is having any problems, please do let me know. Is everyone able to understand up till this particular point of time? Okay, so everyone is able to understand up till this particular point of time. If we just write 0, can we say it's tidy data? Ask a simple question, like for example, when you are going over right over here, you will be able to see that drug A, drug B, drug C. Is it necessary? So if I'm writing 0 right over here, does that mean is the like injection being provided to the person but only limited quantities, or it has not been provided to him? You do not know if dash means like it has not got it, or you do not have that particular data. Are you able to understand that? Like, you do not know if the particular person has got the injection but it has not been recorded, or it is the case that he has got, like, he hasn't got the injection itself. You do not know about that, hence it is untidy in nature. I hope that it was able to clear your doubt right over there. Okay, that's great, that's great. Okay, everyone is able to understand this up till this particular point of time. That's amazing, guys. I hope, please tell once more in a brief. So tidy data basically means you have to, the data has to clear 3 concepts itself. Okay, so let me just show you just 3 points it has to cover. The first point is each variable forms a column. You are having a particular column of patient ID, you are having a column of name, you are having a column of age. Okay, so each variable has its own column. The second thing is each variable for, like, each observation forms a row. So for patient, like patient, the entire information about the patient Zuan Paris is in a single column itself, in a single row itself. So each observation forms a row. And the third one is each observational unit forms a table. So patients are in a single table, treatments are in a single table. So you are having observational units of patients and observational units of treatments. Hence this entire data is called as tidy data. I hope that this was easy enough for you guys to understand. Okay, so people are able to understand up till this particular point of time. Okay. Okay, people are able to understand up till this particular point of time. Okay, that's great. We'll move further from here. Okay, so next, 4 levels of measurement. So we'll now be looking at like what are the different types of data and all these kind of stuff. When we are looking at like the type of data, basically, whether it is like characters, whether it is strings, whether it is in numeric type, whether it is like discrete or continuous. So all these kind of stuff we'll be looking at right over here. In order to choose an appropriate plot type or method analysis for your data, you need to understand the type of data that you are having. Of course, when you know that you are having gold, then you will be using like aqua regia to like dissolve it and all those kind of stuff. So you need to know what kind of data do you have, so that you are able to make the appropriate visualizations for it. Okay, if you are having, like for example, if you are having you want to cut like carrot, and you are using a hammer to cut a carrot, then that will never work. Okay, so in a similar sense, what type of data that you have really focuses a lot upon what type of visualizations would you like to use for that. Okay, so moving further, see, I did not mean to remove him from the live chat, but I just didn't felt right, because uh, what is the selfishness in teaching? Am I right? I don't know. And everything that we do at ShapeAI is for free, actually. Like even the training program that we are having, actually ShapeAI gets 500 rupees from per person in that, because the teachers that we are having is from Google, American Express, Microsoft, and so many other companies. So we have to pay them like 3,000 4,000 rupees per student, and ShapeAI gets like 500 rupees per student, and that too we are investing for these boot camps itself. You must have seen most of our boot camps are having like their ads running on Instagram. So each boot camp we are spending about 32,000 rupees for those ads. So we are actually earning nothing from the entire thing. Yes, nothing is going from our pockets as of right now. Whatever students get enrolled in the training and internship program, they get their placements, they help us a lot in organizing everything, and that is what continues this. Because like I said, this is not for money. This is something that I love to teach. I was myself a Google instructor, Google Explore ML instructor at my own college. For 2 years I was teaching machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, data science. Then I got a good data analyst job, and the friends that I had in college that were a part of the Google Explore ML program, we came together to form this community, so that we are able to provide as much as we can. Because see, getting live trainings via people from Google, Microsoft, Goldman Sachs, American Express, this is something that no other startup or any other company is providing at this particular point of time. Because the people who are teaching to you themselves have not cleared any companies, then how they will be able to help you guys to clear these companies? The first batch is the proof that our concept actually worked, and that is something that I really wanted to do. I'm so sorry if someone is being offended if I'm like removing anyone from the live chat, but I didn't meant it. I just didn't wanted to see that person. Any advice for cybersecurity and digital forensic? See, Pranav, currently, like I said, anything that you're doing, if you're doing great, you will be able to get a very good high paying job no matter from where you are. But if you have a slight bit of doubt itself, for me, if I'm not interested in like something like that, like cybersecurity or something like that, in India, jobs are less as of right now. There are less number of jobs when compared to even like SWEs or like software engineers, data analysts, web developers. These are the jobs that are available in abundance right now. So even if you are able to do a little bit in that, you will be able to get into a good company. So if that's your aim, then I will suggest go with web development or data science or just software engineering in general. But if your aim is to go into cybersecurity and that is what your aim is, no matter what the package that you are able to get, like even if it is very low in a startup itself, then continue with your dream, man. I will always say dreams are something that help you fly. For me, the dream was to have a particular community, to grow it as much as possible, and I'm trying my best for that. So yeah. Okay. The notebook link is always working. You do not have to worry about it. We will never remove these notebooks from the internet itself. I look like Carrie Minati. Yeah, some people just let me know that I look like a fat Carrie Minati. So that is also something that is really something. Okay, so Okay, so many people are asking about the internship by Shape AI. So let me just let you know that it's basically an industrial training and internship where we train you in the necessary skills, we give you the necessary skills. There is no prerequisite for that, and then we help you out with internships as well. So let me just show you. This is our current course. We are going to have a web development one in 1 or 2 days as well. So there are two batches that are currently open. So one of them is starting from 21st May 2021, and the second batch is starting from 21st June 2021. Each of these batch we are only having 120 seats available. In the May batch currently we are having 20 seats right as of right now, because enrollment for that has already started. And from the 21st batch, 21st June batch, there are 120 seats available in that as of right now, because we have just announced it today itself. As you are able to see in the syllabus itself, let me just open up the syllabus if you want to see. So this is the syllabus for the 2.5 months industrial training and internship. Completing this industrial training and internship will be accepted by your college as well as other companies as a proper internship that you have done. So that is something that I want to tell you, because you will be getting certificates from various different companies, like 10 plus certificates from IBM, Google, and many other companies as well. You will be getting a letter of recommendation, you will be getting an internship completion certificate, you will be getting project approval certificate, which you can submit to your college as well. And currently the government of India has made it compulsory for each student to complete at least 2 months of any kind of industrial training or internship. So that is something that you will be able to get from this particular training and internship program itself. The first batch is going to start from 21st May, and the second batch is going to start from 21st June. It's first come first services itself, because as soon as the seats get filled up, we will just stop accepting any kind of payment. The entire program has data structures and algorithms covered. Competitive programming will be done daily, because of course we are preparing you for your interviews as well. There will be 2 hours live doubt session every single day, 5 days a week. 2 hours live doubt session. I myself and Parag Mittal from Microsoft sit every single day answering doubts in the live doubt sessions itself. We are having a team of 6 to 7 instructors who sit together answering doubts live on Google Meet. Then 2 hours live classes every single day that occurs on Zoom itself, and these classes are being taken up. Let me show you. So we are having Madhav from American Express. We are having Nandini Jalan from Google, as you are able to see. Okay, I'm not. So I'm having Nandini from Google, I'm having Rahul Halalka from Goldman Sachs, and yours truly Shauryasana as well. So we are the instructors. There are 1 or 2 other instructors as well. For example, Parag Mittal from Microsoft, who has recently joined us. So these are the different instructors that we are currently having, who will be taking your sessions and doubt sessions live every single day. So it is 2 hours in the evening itself. All the classes that we have is in the evening itself, because we understand that most of our students are basically students itself. So that is something that we understand, and we also try to take up on that. So the topics that will be covered in this entire session would be, for example, in data structures and algorithms, it's introduction, mathematics, bit manipulation, recursion, array search, starting, blah 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 blah. Every single thing with competitive programming is being covered in this. Then you are having your data analysis, so for that which you are here. So it's introduction to Python will be starting from data types and operators, control flow, scripting, OOPS as well is covered in Python. Then statistics is also covered. A lot of different statistic topics is also there in the entire course, which will be covering. Then intro to data analysis as well. So data analysis process, NumPy and Pandas in depth. Then you are having your capstone project as well. Then in data wrangling, you will be learning about you will be working with tabular data, CSV data, Excel data, JSON data, web scraping, and so much more. Then you will be having SQL as well. One of the major things that you need to learn as a data analyst is SQL basically. Then you are having introduction to machine learning. Each of these topics, each of these 17 different topics has its own full project associated with it. Okay, so for example, you will be having one project in linear regression, one project in support vector regression, one project in data decision tree regression, and so on and so forth. And each of these projects can be included in your resume. Okay, these are at that particular level itself. Every single project, you will be scraping data, you will be cleaning data, you will be processing data, you will be forming reports, you will be doing the entire prediction and everything would be done live in the classes itself. You do not, it will not be something that will be given to you and you have to do it on your own. It will be done live by the instructor in the class itself. Then you'll be going into deep learning, so all these 7 topics will have their own project associated with them as well. So these are almost like 17 plus 7, that is 24 projects right over here. Then you are having a dimensionality reduction and everything. All these topics as well have their own associated projects. Now it is 29 projects. And then you will be doing a major capstone project as well, in which you'll be learning, of course, we'll be providing you some. So all this is live. Everything that I showed you right now is live itself. Once that has been completed, along with that, we are planning to give you guys access to some special content that we are currently creating. These will be in the format of recorded videos as well. So everything that I've shown you will be live every single day on Zoom. If you're skipping any class, recorded sessions for those classes will also be provided. Along with that, you will be having a final project in which you will be making an entire ETL like website itself, a full deployed website using the front end as React.js, the back end as Django. You will be basically having a disaster management response website itself. When you are typing the entire like for example, what happens in disasters is like there's a disaster that is currently occurring. Okay, there are 10 different categories that are there. For example, there are like food management, food and rescue service, you are having your security and rescue service, you are having your first aid service, you are having your water service, and so on and so forth. So there are so many disaster like messages that is coming to these people, so they need to segregate them into proper manner. So you will be creating a website where anyone can go and write their message. Okay, you will be deploying it on AWS itself, so you'll be learning AWS as well. In that, you'll be deploying it on AWS. Anyone can come to that particular website, write their query, it will get segregated into 10 using NLP and deep learning. It will get segregated into 10 different categories. You will be even using ETL transformations in that, and that particular message along with your live IP address will go to that particular department itself, so that they are able to handle that properly. Now this is the final capstone project that you will be doing. So there are almost more than 35 different projects that you will be completing in the 2.5 months training and internship program. But like I said, we only take 120 people per batch. So currently there are like 140 seats that are currently available. So it's just first come first service. The costing is 4,500 rupees per month. 4,000 rupees goes to the instructor itself, and 500 rupees comes to Shape AI, so that we are able to like conduct these boot camps itself. You can do the calculations. It's not at all too much, because we are spending like 60,000 rupees per month on these boot camps itself, organizing boot camps every single month. So the people, so I will just show you guys if you want the instructors as well. So you can come to our website shapeai.tech if you want, and see, I would like, so as I said, like there are just limited number of seats that is available. So can you guys write a yes if you want to get enrolled in the entire program, so that I'm able to understand how many people are really interested in this, because according to that I will just tell my assistants like whether we need a new batch or not. Because if there are more than that number of students, I will try to bring in more number of teachers, instructors from Microsoft as well, because some of them were interested, and we will have a new batch for you guys as well. So anyone who is like interested in this, please write it out in the session. And okay, so what you can do guys is you can just message me on WhatsApp. Okay, you all have my number right now. You can just message me on WhatsApp, and I will try to take up a seat for you guys. I will try to hold up a seat for you guys, so that nobody has any kind of problem in this. First year students can also do that. We have students from first year, we have students from like graduates as well, we have students who have worked for 4 to 5 years in their industries as well. We have students who are currently in 11th 12th, like we have students from there as well. We have students from biotech, we have students from civil, we have students from chemical, we have students from CSE, we have students from triple E. So we have students from even Kenya, we have students from Pakistan, Kenya's, we have students from like Spain, we have students from Indonesia, we have students from Nepal, Sri Lanka, India. So there are so many people who are currently see, for example, official Pawan is already enrolled in the internship program itself. So yes, people from Sri Lanka can also enroll in the entire program. My number, so I will just put up my number right over here on the live chat, 7016416673. Please contact me on WhatsApp, as I will try to answer all the questions as much as possible. Yeah, I've put up my number as well. If you guys want, you can reach out to me, and I will try to help you guys out as well. Okay. Yeah, everyone can enroll. Like, see, the only problem is we just have limited number of seats, because we cannot put up a lot of burden on our instructors itself, because there is one-to-one interaction with the students in the live doubt sessions and everything. So that's why we have limited number of seats itself. And see, this is something that we are not doing for money. Like I said, if you're just calculating how much it is, like 140 240 students are there, and Shape gets 500 rupees each. So how much are we able to earn? Like, I have never calculated it. Like it's how much? 240, 250. Let's take up 250 into 5, 125, 00. So 12,500. That's really low. So that is the entire thing that we are doing right now. Okay, yes, the course will have lifetime access, both the recordings as well as the other materials that will be provided to you guys. And for those guys, like, I just want to tell you guys that those who will be enrolling, we will be giving them access to our scholarship program as well. That is not yet public. We just give them as scholarships to people from the, like, we have some partnerships with IIT Delhi, IIT Madras, IIT Kanpur, IIT Patna, IIT Jammu. So we have partnerships with BITS Pilani, and we are giving out scholarships to these colleges as well. Like, we have some partnerships, and that particular entire thing we will be giving to you guys as well, who will be enrolling. It will include full stack web development, okay, in React.js, MongoDB, and the entire MERN stack itself, and along with AWS, how to host it and everything. You will be working on a Zomato clone in that. Then there will be an entire MLE portion that will be available to you. Of course, all these will be recorded. There will be, like, I can just show you guys as well, that as well. Let me open up that. Just wait for a second, I'll just show you guys. So that will be made available to those people who will be enrolling. This will be recorded itself, that won't be live. The rest of the data analyst training and internship would be live for every single one of them. So this is the entire notebook that I was having. Just let me show you guys. No, not continuous scroll. Let's take up single page itself. So this is the entire, like, thing that will be giving to you guys as well, who will be enrolling. So along with the live training, live doubt sessions, those people who will be enrolling in the training and internship will be given access to this particular platform itself. There are 3 tracks: machine learning engineer, data analyst, and web developer. Those who will be completing this will be getting additional internship and certificates by Shape AI itself. So for example, in the micro tasks for the full stack web developer, you will be learning Git, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React.js, AWS, GCP, Docker, Node.js, Linux. Then for machine learning engineer, you will be learning Git, Python, HTML, CSS, Django, Flask, machine learning, deep learning, TensorFlow. In the data analysis, you will be learning Git, Python, data visualization, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, machine learning, deep learning, and TensorFlow again. Then the mini projects, you will, for full stack web developer, you will be creating your own personal portfolio and a personal blog page. For machine learning engineer, you will be creating a deep learning project, that is like a rock paper scissor project basically, and then deploying that project to the web. Like you can play rock paper scissor just using your hands, and that's it, with your friend in Canada. And then you will have your data analyst project, working on a Kaggle project, making a blog post, report, insights, and all those kind of stuff. Then for the product, that is a final project for that particular thing. So this will have lifetime access, like all the recordings, every single thing you will have lifetime access for. So for full stack web developer, you will be having your Zomato clone and your Facebook clone. For machine learning engineers, it is disaster response website, which I explained to you, and a yoga web app. So basically you do yoga and it will predict like which pose you are actually doing. And then the Kaggle projects for data analyst. So this is the entire thing. So this was not being given to any student up till this particular point of time, but as a test, we are starting to give out from this particular batch itself, for the May and the June batch. So once you guys have enrolled, you will be added to a WhatsApp group where you will be given a particular question, that whether you like want to join the May batch or the June batch, and depending upon that, you will be added to a batch and you will continue it from there. Okay. So for those who want to join, how about placements? So basically we provide referrals to the students who are doing good. So if you are doing good and everything, these people, the instructors themselves, are from different companies. These instructors will be able to provide you with referrals from different companies, so that you are able to apply and crack it as well. We have interview preparation, mock tests and everything, so that you are able to prepare for that as well. So these are so many different things. Currently 140 seats are remaining as of right now, but looking at the entire like scenario, I'm able to see that there will be many different things like who will be joining. So many people will be joining. So that's it. So any of you who want to really join this, as you are able to see, the cost is 4,500 for the entire 2.5 months program and lifetime access for everything. So those who want to join, please send me a message on WhatsApp. I'll personally help you out with the entire process, so that you do not, if you have any questions, I will try to answer them as well. And that is something that I wanted to convey to you guys. This is a proper industrial training and internship. I just want you guys to know there are no prerequisite for it. Anyone from any branch, any year can join it. Okay, no prerequisites. Everything will be taught from scratch itself, from Python, from programming, every single thing, because that is what we believe in at ShapeAI, that it does not matter from which background or from where you are. It just matters as like how much the hard work are you able to put in. So we'll try our best, and we hope that the people who will be joining us will also do their best, because we only have one aim as of right now, to put your name as well in this Our Graduates page. Like this gives me so much happiness to see that my students are able to get into such good companies. So that is my entire aim itself. I will help you out in any way possible, so that I'm able to see your name on this particular page. That is my aim as of right now. So that is the entire thing. So let's continue with the entire what we were doing originally. If you guys have any questions, or those people who are interested, please reach out to me on WhatsApp. You have my number as well, 7016416673. Just message to me. I will help you out in any way possible. Okay, moving on to the 4 levels of measurement which we were discussing. Okay, so first of all, it is the qualitative or categorical type, that is non-numeric type. So you can have, like, for example, your gender, your marital status, your grades that you have obtained in a particular class or something like that, all these kind of stuff gives you non-numeric data basically. So these non-numeric data can be organized into two types itself: nominal data and ordinal data. Now what does nominal data mean? Nominal data means pure labels without any inherent order. So for example, gender, you are having your male, female and others. So you do not have any type of that male is on the top, then female. There is no value associated with male, female and others. It's all the same. You are having a male, female and others. You can choose any one of them. Each one of them have their own like weightage to them. There is nothing extra to them itself. Okay, so you are having a marital status. So is it like, are you single, are you married, or it's complicated? So all these do not have any type of value associated with them. Everything is same. So that is called as nominal data. That is purely labels. There is no value. There's nothing that is greater than anything that is smaller. Everything is exactly the same. The second one is ordinal data. These are having an intrinsic order within them, because there is some order within the entire data itself. For example, you are having your A plus at the highest level, then you are having your A, then you are having your B plus, then you are having your B, then you are having your C plus, and so on and so forth. Now A plus is greater than A is greater than B plus, B is greater than C plus, and so on and so forth. So you are having some eccentric order for the entire process itself. Okay. So Pawan has actually paid right now. Don't worry, Pawan, you will be added to a WhatsApp group in the first week of May itself, where you will be given a choice where you have to choose between the May and the June batches. You must have got an invoice in your email. That please keep that invoice safe, because that is the proof that you have paid and you have got enrolled yourself in this particular program. Okay, so that's great. Okay, so let's get started with this. So you are having your ordinal data. Okay, so for example, survey rating. Did you find this survey excellent? Did you find this survey very good? Did you find this survey good, bad, or like very bad or very poor? So you are having some there is some order within the entire data itself. Now this order categorizes themselves as ordinal data itself. Okay, so moving further, is there any training program for web development? Yes, we are going to start with training program for web development as well. Okay. Okay, so quantitative or numeric types. So we are having like quantitative or numeric types. So for example, your age, you are having like your rent that you are paying, your height that you are having, something like that. So these are quantitative or numeric type of data. Now these are two type of data that are available for them. Okay, one of them is interval data and the second one of them is ratio data. Okay, so interval data means numeric values where absolute difference are meaningful. Addition and subtraction operators can be made. Okay, so for example, you are having your rent as the data. So this is an interval data. Okay, so for example, if you are having your rent as 500 and we can minus 6 like you are having a fine of like 100 rupees, then we can just minus that from it. So means add it to that. So you are having a 600 rupees rent and 100 rupees fine, so your rent is 700 rupees. That makes sense. It does not make sense to divide. For example, your rent was 700 rupees and currently your rent was 100 rupees, so you are having a 7 as your rent. So there is no division or multiplication, is just not what happens right over here. Okay, is my screen blue? Yes, so those who are not in India, they are also allowed to apply. These entire notes are basically what we use in our training program as well, just that for the training program we have a lot more notes and we have just made some of these notes open for the public so that we are able to organize the boot camps very easily. Ratio data, numeric data where relative differences this is relative difference. Yes, so numeric values where relative differences are meaningful, but multiplication and division operators can be performed. So for example, you are having like how much how much liters will also be absolute. So like you're having a 1 liter, so then 2 liters, so that is absolute. So interval data itself. Can someone give me a good example of a ratio data right now? Yes, US student can also apply. Can someone give me a good example of ratio data? Can someone give me a good example of ratio data? Should I stop for today? If you guys are tired, there's no problem. I can take it tomorrow as well. There's no problem for that. If you guys are having some problem, we can take it from today, tomorrow as well. Like if you guys are really tired, there is no problem in doing that. Okay, so everyone is ready to studies. That's great. That's the spirit, guys. So good example that I was able to see. I was by I'm not able to spell the name, man. Clinton Clile A. Okay, so he has given us a good example. COVID cases are something that you can compare. So it has multiplied by 100 times. It has like increased by how much ratio, how much exponentiation has happened in the COVID cases. That you can consider as a ratio data when compared to some other country. So India has like 10x that of US. There's no point of having like US is having 1 million cases, India is having 2 million cases. The total cases 3 million. There's no comparison between them. You cannot get a good information from that particular data. But US is having 1 million cases, India is having 2 million cases, so the ratio is 2 times. So that is a good example of ratio data. Okay, so people are tired or not? People are not tired. I'm not able to understand. So many people are writing so much different stuff. Proceed. Okay, so let's proceed with it. Next, you are having your all quantitative data. So we have just learned about the quantitative data. All quantitative data type variables also come in two varieties: discrete and continuous. Okay, so quantitative data can also be categorized instead of interval data and ratio data. Usually it is categorized in this particular sense more often: discrete data and continuous data. So discrete data variables take on a specific set of values at some maximum level of precision. For example, pages of a book, trees in a yard, dogs in a coffee shop. So you're able to see that there cannot be 2.5 pages in the book, or like 5.5 trees in the backyard, or like 3.5 dogs in a coffee shop, until and unless someone has just ripped out a page, cut a tree in half, or just killed a dog in a coffee shop. Man, that person needs to be sent to hell. He has killed a dog, man. So that's the thing. Discrete quantities are something that you are having. You are able to see that, you are able to count them. There is no there's no continuous value. It can be like 500 pages or like 100 pages. So there's some discrete levels to it. Continuous variables that can hypothetically take on values at any level of precision. So you can have your exact height. If I'm calculating your exact height, it's like 182 point something centimeters. So there is something after that. It's not just that you can have either 182 or 183. There is nothing in between. You can only have 182 height or 183 height. There's nothing in between them. Okay, so for example, age. Your age is 3 years and something days, or something like that, something months and something days. So it's not that you can only have like 3 years of age or like 4 years of age. You can have some precision to that. Income. It's not that you will have exactly 3 lakh income or 4 lakh income. There is nothing in between that. So that is also something that you need to know. So discrete and continuous variables are something that you need to understand. You have to use going further. Okay. Okay, so distinguishing. So I will just cover the theory today. We'll start with the practical from tomorrow itself. There's no issue with that. Just this particular paragraph, let us just complete it. Okay, I understand many of you are having a holiday today and you are really tired. I don't know what, doing what, because COVID is currently going on, lockdowns are in place, you were at your home. The only logical explanation to that is either your mom beat you into a pulp and you had to do the entire household chores or something like that. Okay, so distinguishing between continuous and discrete can be very tricky. A thumb of rule is, if there are few levels and values cannot be subdivided into further units, then this is discrete. So for example, your age, you are having your like years, then it can be subdivided into months, then it can be subdivided into hour days, it can be subdivided into hours. So there's a lot of subdivision. If there is any type of division, then it is not discrete, it is always continuous. For example, you are having one dog, 2 dog, 3 dog, so there's no division. You cannot have 1.5 dog or 1.25 dog, like a dog just shat in the entire cafeteria and then went away, so that you are counting its poop as like 0.1% of that particular dog. So that does not happen. So okay, you can either have 1 dog or 2 dog. For example, currently on my screen I'm having 2 dogs, so that is the thing. Okay, so otherwise, if continuous, if you have a scale that you can take to consider natural numbers between 1 to 5, that is this. So this is something that I have already told you guys, and you are able to understand up till this particular point of time that what is the difference between the discrete and the continuous values. Okay, no problem in that. We will start from tomorrow itself. There's no problem. I have covered the entire theory itself. From tomorrow we'll be starting with the entire plots and everything. We'll be looking at bar plots, we'll be looking at charts, we will pie charts, we'll be looking at histograms and many other things as well. So be ready, it is going to be an amazing experience. I'm not going to go into the like psychology of which colors to use and everything. We'll look at it much more in programmatical sense, so that we are able to come up with a first report that we are going to create as a project. Okay, so let's meet tomorrow, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I will try to just spice it up a little bit, because as you are able to see, tomorrow we are going to deal with Pokemon. So that is something I wanted you guys to know. Like, I love Pokemon, man. When I was a child, I used to watch Pokemon day in and day out. So I thought that many of you might be very familiar with Pokemons, and so I thought to have it as our project itself, like just to understand the entire concept. So I will try my best so that you guys are able to understand it. If there is any problem tomorrow with the code and anything, if you guys are not able to understand, do let me know. I will try my best so that you guys are able to understand that. Anything else? So everything is perfect. Responses is active. I have forgotten to close the yesterday's link again. So this is the link to the form. Please take a screenshot for the same. I hope that you are able to see it on your screen. Now I'll be changing it back again. Just for those who have missed it, just rewind it a little bit and take a screenshot once again. It will just take 2 seconds. Okay, so we will keep the entire session up till here today itself. I will be sitting here right now. If you want to ask some questions about the training and internship program. So I'm seeing a particular question, cost of the internship. So it's a training and internship program basically. The cost for the same is currently 4,500 for the entire training and internship program. That is the live classes, live doubts, as well as the recorded materials that will be providing to you. So that is 4,500 for the entire 2.5 month program, and the course, that is the full stack web developer, machine learning engineer and the data analyst, will be available to you for your entire lifetime. Okay, so it will never be taken out, so you can continue studying on your own. There is no other website that you have to visit after taking up this particular course and training and internship. So every single thing, and it will continuously upgrade itself, because currently we are making a blockchain based course. So one of our interns got placed at Reliance, and he has been developing blockchains right over there, so cryptocurrencies and everything. So he is currently developing our new blockchain training and internship program that will be having in the recorded sessions itself. So when you guys are enrolling for that, you're getting access to that particular platform as well, and in 1 or 2 months you will be able to see blockchain as well on that particular platform. So that is getting access to your entire lifetime access that you'll be able to get from that. Fee is 4,500 for the entire 2.5 months. Okay. The internship will be online via Zoom and Google Meet itself. Like the classes will be taken up on Zoom, and the doubt sessions will be taken up on Google Meet. There will be 5 days, like 5 days a week. There will be classes in the evening itself, around 8:30 to 10:30 itself. Okay, you do not have to worry about it. We take into account that students are having their exams, so we give like 7 days of holiday to the students so that they are able to prepare for their exams as well. The timings is usually in the evening itself, around like 8:30 to 10:30. Just open up the live chat, because I think so there's some delay from my end that I'm seeing in the live chat. Okay, so I think, okay, so I'm not able to open it from here. No problem, I'll just open it from here itself. Okay, so yes, people from any background can apply for the training and internship program. Those who are interested, please message me on WhatsApp. I will try to answer all your questions there as well. Currently there are 140 seats that are available as of right now. There's so many messages, or like these are the older messages that are just getting refreshed right now. Not able to understand that. Okay, so I think so these are the older messages itself. For those who are interested to apply in the entire program, first do message me on WhatsApp so that I am able to understand what is your need and everything. I will talk to you, and it's first come first service itself. Like I said, I will let you guys know how many seats are remaining by tomorrow itself. Okay. Duration of the course is 2.5 months. There are 2 batches that we are currently having. One will start on 21st of May, and the second one will start from 21st of June. Okay. Okay, yes, if you are from your first year, second year, third year, fourth year, you can join. There is no problem in that. Okay, even if you are in your first year as well. One day you will be having 2 hours of live session that will be recorded as well, so that if you are missing the live session itself, then you can watch the recordings. And along with that, there will be doubt sessions. It's not compulsory 2 hours of live doubt session. If you are having any kind of doubt, if you want to take up a mock interview, so a particular person will be assigned to you who will be taking your mock interview. Everything will be covered that as well. Okay. See, the best thing with SDE is that SDE does not require you to have any particular project. So when you are going with data analyst, any project that you are making in a data analyst training and internship program, you'll be able to apply at data software developers as well. Okay, so you can apply for software developers as well. If I'm able to show you guys right over here, let me just take you guys to this. So this is like, as you are able to see, that it's a 2.5 month long intensive training and internship. Get placed as a data analyst or a software development engineer at your dream company. So basically you can apply for both the positions after completing this training and internship, not just one. That is one of the best benefits for that. For those students who will be doing exceptionally well, not placements but internships are guaranteed, because like I said, this is a training and internship program itself. My contact number, I'm just putting up on the live chat itself, 7016416673. Please contact me only on WhatsApp. Okay, do not contact me by a call. Usually I do not take up calls itself. Okay, college GPA does not matter. You can apply anyhow. We will help you with every single thing. Okay, some person has actually put it up. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah. certifications in the internship program. So basically we provide you certificates from IBM, from Google, from Stanford, and many other places as well. We will help you guys through the certifications for that for free. Will not charge anything extra. It is included in the 4,500 that you are actually paying. Okay. Any other language required apart from Python? There is no language that is required at any point of time. Like I said, please do not call, please message on WhatsApp itself. Okay, so there's no other, like there's no prerequisite. Everything will be taught from scratch in the entire training and internship program. Okay, so you do not have to worry about it. Yes, 12th standard, so we have students from 11th standard, 12th standard who have joined our training and internship program, so you can also join. Okay, so do not worry about it. So data analyst or SDE, basically it does not matter. For both of them you have to prepare the entire same thing itself, or either you go for SDE or you go for a data analyst, you have to prepare the same thing. So that's the thing. Okay, so let us take up like up till this particular point of time, anyone who is having any kind of doubts can reach out to me on WhatsApp. I will help them out personally. Okay, so thank you so much for being here and have a good day ahead. Thank you so much, guys.